DJI NEO comparing to the DJI Mini Pro 4. To be honest, there's no comparison. I'm not gonna come here to tell you how amazing is the DJI NEO. I already bought it, and I have to say there's a lot of question marks on it. And we'll start with the first thing is number one. It is very noisy. Seriously, like listen to this.
2, 1.
This is the sounds comes out of the DJI Mini Pro 4, which is massive difference between both of them, I have to say. When you are buying a drone, that is really important to pick up a drone that is really not noisy, especially when you are like in a national park or you're doing a hiking, or in a place like over a nice ocean view and there's a lot of people around you. You don't want to disturb them really, so you become like, I always feel anxious about actually flying my drone around people, so or like at least close by, because you don't want to disturb the peace of others. So DJI Mini Pro, I'll be always making sure that there's no one at all around me before I start even thinking about using it. So this is first negative I have seen. Of course, with prices, we're talking about DJI NEO, we're talking about only 300 Australian dollars, while the Mini Pro 4, we're talking about 1300 Australian dollars. There's no comparison, massive difference in price, but it comes with a cost. Why there is a massive difference in prices? Yeah, because of those kind of qualities we're going to talk about now. So number two, obstacles. So the DJI Mini Pro doesn't have any sensor, so it's not gonna be avoiding any obstacles. So if you do like a circle or you do like a tracking, and if it's tracking you and there's obstacles in between, it is gonna smash. The good news about it, it does have those protecting guards, and they are actually working really well. It's gonna be really hard to smash that drone. So they keep saying it is for beginners, it's for beginners. My idea about it, it is not for beginners. That drone is actually, you need to know what you're doing, otherwise it's going to be very easy to lose it. It is very light, it is not really good with wind resistance. There's no comparison to the DJI Mini Pro. Yes, there's $1,000 difference, but for many reasons. Starting with the drones, you better start with such a thing if you have the money. If you don't have the money, so definitely this one is amazing. Okay, number three. Of course you are paying $300, but the camera qualities for that drone is, I would have to say, it's just worth the money. You're not getting anything really. Yeah, they say it's 4K, but the camera is really terrible. You can see the difference in this footage when I fly the drones around like the sunset. Terrible quality of recording, nothing compared to the DJI Mini Pro 4. As we talked about the negatives, let's talk about some of the positives and why I would actually may recommend that drone. There are three ways to control that drone. So first, you can control it with a normal remote control. So if you have DJI Mini Pro and you have the controller for that DJI Mini Pro 4 or Mini, like, you can control the DJI NEO with that one and just deal with it as if it is a normal drone. Second, you can control it with your phone, which is really easier, but the most important thing that you can control that drone straight out of your hands without actually connecting it to any of other devices. So that makes it really super easy. So you'll be walking and suddenly you get that drone out of your pocket and just boom, send it, get the shot back to your hands and done with it. So this is really a very advantage for having that DJI NEO. It's gonna make life too easy, because every time when I'm hiking I have to take like a drone footage. It's like it's such a challenge with my partner. I have to stop everything, I have to get the DJI drone like out, I have to connect it to I have to connect it to the controller, and then I have to send it in the sky, do the shots, bring it back. It's just a time consuming, while with that drone here now, all you have to do is just straight away out of your hands, take the shot, put it back, literally a few seconds you take the shot you want. So that makes life much easier. Overall, would I recommend the drone? I think the drone is really very good value for the money, but don't just overestimate it so much and try to compare it with other drones here, because there is no comparison between both. Of course, the other DJI Mini Pros going up, like upgrading to the higher models, there's no comparison whatsoever. However, for $300, absolutely brilliant drone. Yeah, too noisy. That's a very bad disadvantage of that one. In the next DJI Neo, if they manage to make that one with a bit quieter, that would be the best drone you could ever think of to start with. For adventures and for all of that, I would say this drone is definitely recommended. You have it, you put it in your bucket. It's so easy to use. Thanks, and see you in the next video. Cheers.